Below the tone curve we have the HSL tab. HSL stands for Hue, Saturation and Luminance. This is where we can selectively manipulate each colour individually. I think this is a really useful tool if used subtly. I also think it's a lot easier to use than the individual colour channels on the tone curve. If you click on the All button, we will see all of the HSL sliders, and this is how I like to work. To the left of each section we can see the colour picker. We can use the picker to click on the colours in our image that we would like to select and manipulate. Simply select the picker, drag it to the colour you wish to change and drag up and down while holding the left mouse button, and you'll now see the selected colours move in the relevant sliders. We don't have to use the colour picker though, we can use the sliders to independently adjust them just by dragging them. At the top we have our hue slider, and as the name suggests we can change the hue of a particular colour. Let's say for example we want to give this image a teal and orange look. All we'd need to do is drag the yellow slider more to the orange hue and the blue slider more towards the teal colour. See how quickly it can change the appearance of an image. Now below the hue we have our saturation slider. This is where we can adjust our colour saturation or the intensity of a colour. Again, this is really useful. Let's say the sky is too saturated and the land is too undersaturated. Let us use the colour picker for this example. Let's drag the sky saturation down to see how it reduces the blue, and let's drag the land up to see how it boosts the oranges and the yellows. Now moving down to the luminance, again this is another useful tool. This allows us to change the brightness of a particular colour. So if we want to darken the sky, we can grab our colour picker and pull down the colours that we'd like to darken. Using these methods of controlling colours can be a very powerful way of editing. For this example, I've taken the image to a completely different look. It's not something I would personally do for my work, but I think it shows a good example of how you can manipulate colours. If you're working in black and white and you've checked the black and white tab at the top, the HSL will now become B and W. Using this tab allows us to selectively dodge and burn certain colours within the image. Dragging sliders to the left will darken them, dragging the sliders to the right will brighten them. Obviously, as we're working in black and white, we can't see the colours, and using the colour picker to choose an area in the image that we wish to change can be a really useful tool here. Let's say we want to make the sky a lot darker and more dramatic in this image. We can do this by using the picker and dragging down on the part of the sky that we'd like to darken. We can do the same for the land. Let's darken the heather a little. You can see which colours are being affected as we drag the slider. Again, another powerful tool here in Lightroom.